What's up, everybody? Sammy KSD here. Got something special for you guys. I'm going to teach you guys how to make a frame block masking transition in Final Cut Pro. Hopefully you'll find it useful. Let's go. Alright, welcome back. The first transition we're going to work on is with these elevator door. As they open, I want them to transition into this water fountain. So we're going to go ahead and do that. The first thing we need to do is the clip that I'm going to use to transition the clip with the elevator door. I'm going to make that about 2 seconds long. So I'm going to go ahead and use a speed ramp to speed this up. I'm going to go ahead and start from normal 100% and then go ahead and ramp it up. First to 120 and then 160 and then eventually 200%. Once I do that, that's going to make my clip to be about 2 seconds long, and that's where I want it to be, just right about there. So you can see making the last clip here 200%. Alright, the next thing I need to do is find the outlet, the end frame for this clip here. End frame is I want it to be right as the frame of the elevator door passes off screen, right about there. So I'm going to go ahead and move one frame more, and I'm going to go ahead and trim this. I use the blade tool to chop it, and then go ahead and get rid of the last clip there. Okay, so alright, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to find the mask effects in the effects window. I already have the window open, so I'm just type mask, drag the mask effect onto the clip with the elevator. I'm going to reduce this screen size so I have more room to work with. It's going to say add your control points. I'm going to go ahead and draw my mask, which is the edge of the door right here. So once I've completed the mask, it's going to show me the clip underneath. I'm going to go ahead and check the checkbox Invert Mask, and it'll go ahead and hide the clip underneath. Next thing I need to do is add 3 keyframes, one under scale, so I'm going to go ahead and check that box, and then in transition position and also in control points. So the reason I need to add the keyframes to both transition position, transition scale, and control points is so that it can track my mask as the frame is moving. So all there is left for me to do at this point is increase the clip frame by frame and continue to update the mask so that it meets the edge of the elevator door. Okay, the one thing I want to show you is that you can actually click a line and drag the line so that you don't have to keep moving points. In this case it's easy because I'm actually masking straight lines or semi-straight lines, but if you have curves you would actually move points. Oh, and also you want to check to make sure that the mask is tracking correctly. So you can do that by going back a couple frames and then moving forward a couple frames, and you should see the mask track correctly. Alright, let's fast forward. Okay, looks like I got a couple more frames to go through, and this transition will be complete. The masking will be complete at least. I forgot to mention that to disable the bottom clip to make it easier to work with, you just hit the V button. As you can see, it's disabled right now. I'm going to go ahead and re-enable it so we can see what the transition looks like hitting V. So let's go ahead and play, and there we go. That's the mask transition. At this point you might want to see how the edges are a bit rough, so I'm going to go ahead and feather the edges and maybe do it right about there, 40-45%, and I'm also gonna go ahead and add some fall off, about 10%. Alright, let's increase the size of the clip and we'll play it back here. Oh, look at that. You can even see the sidewalk. It looks really good. Ah ha ha ha, that's nice. Alright, let's do another one. Here I have a clip that's going to be more of a frame or a mask frame transition. So we're going to mask something that's going to go completely across the screen, and we're going to transition to another footage, to another clip here. Alright, so I've added both the clips to the timeline here. The transitioning clip again. We want to make this shorter. You know, it's quite long, about 7 seconds right now. So we're going to try to decrease it down to about 2 to 3 seconds, and we could do that by adding a speed ramp. We're going to ramp it up to 200% here. So let's go ahead and get our speed ramp. Alright, we got our speed ramp in there. We're going to just change the values here. Again, I'm going to go from 100% to 200% and go about 120 and 160 in between here. So this one will be 160%, and the other one would do it at 120%. So this one I'll be at 120. Got a little bit confused there at the moment. 120, and this one will be at 100%. So that should decrease our transitioning clip time. Yeah, it's about 3 seconds. Okay, so we just have to find the column that we want to use, and we want to stop it right as the trail end of that column starts to enter the screen, right about there. So I'm going to adjust my screen so I have some room to work with. Again, drag the mask, draw mask transition onto the clip, and go ahead and start to draw my first mask there. So actually I'm going to extend this all the way down, make it easier, and I'm going to create a rectangle here. Or not really a rectangle, but okay, let's check Invert Mask, and then we're going to go ahead and enable our keyframe on transition and on control points. So transitioning position, transitioning scale, and control points. So we need to go ahead and click the keyframe button right there. So we got 3 keyframes set, and we're going to go back. Notice the mask is missing because I'm not selected on the clip. So go ahead and select the clip, and we're going to go ahead and go back to the first frame, and the mask should reappear. There we go. The mask is there. Alright, so we're going to continue to draw the mask, move it frame by frame, and we're going to, as we move the frame, we're going to update our mask points here. I'll go ahead and fast forward the rest of this clip. Okay, I got a couple more frames to finish here, so let's go ahead and finish the mask on these last remaining frames, and the next one should move completely, cover the whole screen. Alright, let's re-enable this clip at the bottom, and let's go ahead and add some feather and add some fall off, similar to what we did on our last transition. Alright, let's play it and see how it looks. And action, look at that. That is awesome. So again, we did 2 masking transition here. One, an opening door effect with the elevator, and the second one, a what I would call a frame transition here. So here's the elevator again. That looks pretty good. And here is the frame mask transition. Perfect. Alright, that's it. One thing you do want to keep in mind as you're shooting is that if you do want to use these type of transitions in your footage, in your video, you do have to plan and shoot for it ahead of time. A little bit of planning and the right footage, this can really make your videos that much better. If you did enjoy this tutorial, leave me a comment, hit the like button. Remember to subscribe for more tutorials that I'm going to be making. As I'm learning, I'm going to be sharing that knowledge with you guys. Alright, enjoy the rest of your day.